time.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Buddy up. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, well, you got nothing left. You got nothing. 52.
On third down, here's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
2 yards. Brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Packers, nothing.
Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Tight down. Live. Screen again.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Watch number 12. Watch number 20.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got his man. It's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards, first down Packers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
132 fighter.
First and 10 at the 35-yard
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check it back. Right. Check.
Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You inside. Tight alpha. Tighten up. Hey. Run. Mike's 50. Time to go. Night.
Rodgers to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check. Fresno. Yeah, live.
Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Yeah. 24 is the mic. Let's set a tone.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Chandler Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He completes it to Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Murray going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Murray with a 3rd and long, rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ronald Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
61, matchbox flight.
On 2nd and very short, Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And out across midfield down to the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Bell. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On second down, it's Bell. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
24. Box it, box it, box it, box it. 23.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the turnover, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Play fake, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Flush to his right. To the catch made by Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. Check 26, check 26.
Out of the gun, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. Oh, good move. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, take 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Funchess has it complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Shifts by him at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd down and goal. Murray flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Packers get a score closer.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Look at this.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Rodgers to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught by Funchess. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. One final try now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 76 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
They can't hang with us.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner.